What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with Texoma RC, and that's a lot of water, dude. Wow. Not going to be running the lower lines today, but check it out. FCX24 Cage Slayer Pro wide. Dude, this is the wide sliders, bro. These things are freaking rad. This FCX24 is freaking rad. You should check it out. Sorry, dude. I'll stop. I won't do it again. I probably will. Sorry. Okay, dude. So we are running Slaymo wheels. The Endura 64x24s. Massive beasts. Whatever they're called. I don't know, dude. I just put them on. But they're massive tires, dude. They probably would do well. They're weird, actually. They're running non-vented, and I'm afraid if I vent them, they're going to be a little too rolly. I'm not sure, so we're gonna have to find out, dude. But they're weird. Look, see how well they do grip, but at the same time they don't. Sometimes it's like. It's so good sometimes that it's like I just leave them, but then they also do weird things that kind of make me want to change it, you know? So it's like, I don't know, dude. We'll see. But we're just running the Slaymo wheels. No extra foams, just the stock foams with the way that the inserts come.
Here we go, dude.
Didn't know they're just like the biggest wheels. They have a nice little inside foam that goes and makes it two-stage, dude. Freaking badass. Alright, dude, we're gonna go for this one. We just cleaned the other one super duper easy. This is scary AF, dude. The water, I'm in the water actually, standing in the water for you, dude. This log is wet. This is definitely going to be an obstacle, like a situation where these tires definitely aren't gonna like the wet wood. So it's definitely slick. So not a very smart thing, dude. I was like, I gotta do it. I was trying to like replicate as many of the obstacles as I did in the CR18P video yesterday, which this is not the same thing, dude. That thing is like probably 3, 4, 5 times faster than this. So what are we demonstrating? So number one, demonstrating, showing off the sliders, showing off the FCX24 build. So how did we accomplish this? We ran the CR18P Trans. This is what I've been telling everybody to do if you want to run a brushed rig FCX24. So in a Slayer. If you want to run brushless, then obviously we got 2 different skids that you could choose from. So also check it out. We got the BOA SOA mount, dude. Pretty rad, dude. Look at it. It's one of the toughest pieces that I have.
Come back around.
So basically we're just showing off like a whole bunch of stuff. We have made this thing perform exceptionally well. I've been working to try to keep that front right tire down. It does really well. It's much better, but if you drive an FCX24, you should know that the front right tire comes up for the dumbest reason sometimes. Not even that much incline, just a little bit of bind in the suspension. I've been working my butt off to try to solve this issue, dude. Freaking train! Oh my gosh. Alright, so while I was sitting here waiting on the train, I realized that the car is sitting right next to me, and those are the crawler tire all-terrains. Jeez, you probably could see it if your screen's big enough, the freaking telephoto zoom lens. Alright, for ESC, we are running the Hobby Plus Upgrade 2S ESC. It's a 25 amp. It's okay. It doesn't have the slowest startup. It would not start slow enough with the Endura Pro. With Nick gave me a cool motor. Any of the big motors. It did okay with the Power Dash. And it does okay with the CR18P motor, the CR18 motor. Does okay, so pretty good. The only real problem is it has a bit of a high startup, so like going downhill, but then it slow crawls like amazing slow. Like it's kind of weird. Like see, like you can make it go crazy slow once it's in a bind, but it does kind of want to run downhill a little bit. And so, anyways, it's a cheap ESC.
No. Why are you not?
I think you can get the whole kit for like $40 maybe. With the ESC, servo, receiver, and a motor. And that's for the Hobby Plus. So that's pretty cool, dude. You know, it's a decent deal actually. The servo is like the same as the CR18P, which is a good budget servo. Like if you just didn't have a whole lot of money, $40 for all that stuff. The motor is an 030. I obviously wouldn't run it in this, but that kit is not too bad. I don't know what the ESCs cost by themselves.
Wow, monster, dude.
So this thing is killing it, dude. Super duper good. Again, not the absolutely best power system, but the motor is great. It's just not the best power delivery. So it would be definitely much better just by going with the newest version of the Hobby Plus or FMS electronics, the Fly Sky electronics that are in those cars.
Heck yeah.
So like if you already had it in if you had an FCX24, that's what I would recommend. Just put that with an Enduro Pro and it would be amazing. It would be so freaking good, dude. Or you could go 3S, you could put a Samix in there, dude. It will be rad. That's what's in Goldilocks. I need to get Goldilocks fixed up. Broke a link and we need to fix a drive shaft. I need to get all the drive shafts measured in the link sets so that everybody knows what drive shafts we need. Really, it's really a deadbolt rear, but it seems like the Trio Gladiator rear works. And that would work for the short link set, but the long link set in the front is basically JLU C10 rear. So that's what you would need for the front. So not really just one kit if you want to run the long one. Not really just one kit out there that fits and solves it. Actually, no, the regular drive shaft from Axial, if you buy the plastic, it will have everything that you need to get rolling with all of the link sets.
Come on, dude. Come loose.
Because again, their deadbolt works for the rear.
You need our rear end to be lower.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yep, just like that.
So I was just trying to stuff all the moves from yesterday in the CR18P video with the Nano Bam. If you didn't see it, dude, oh my gosh, go check it out. So that car is running overdrive and everything, you know, but it also doesn't have the BOA mount.
Gosh, dude, it's so hard.
What are you doing, dude? You just want to flip off? But see, that's the deal. So we're making putting the pressure on the front right side, and that's our weak side. So I came home and I've been looking at it. I've been thinking about it, dude. I changed the location of the link riser already. You know, the links are completely different ratio from FCX24 links. You know, I'm like looking on like, what the heck? So the only difference that I've noticed from the CR18P to the FCX24, there are two. The mounting points for the lower links are farther out on the FCX24, both towards the wheel and also towards the transmission. They are 1 millimeter longer, or the little the mounting bracket is 1 millimeter longer than that on the CR18P. So that's the only thing right there, and I have already run them on the inside of the link mounts on the FCX24. That's how we were on Doug, and it was just as bad, if not worse, to be way in there. Definitely have tons of flex when you put it way in there, not the best driving, but we saved it, dude. It was a badass save. But so trying to solve this, man, like I have made it super duper better. One of the things, last thing I tried is I clocked the axle, and the point of that, the thinking behind that was to get the link mounting point. Oh, that's the other thing too. This is running trailing arms. Our link sets can run trailing and leading arms. Both of the two longest links have holes for trailing arms. Or leading arms, whichever. So basically, you could use the fronts for a JLU rear, potentially, but I don't really have a JLU front. So I kind of do. You could make do. You could make something work. And with the Slayer chassis, dude, it's got 1 billion holes. So you can pretty much use any link set for any set of axles. It's just gonna make it work, dude. Plus, you could move the transmission skid forward and backward to fix whatever, you know. So if you really wanted to run a deadbolt front end, you could just slide the skid far forward. Dude, we so almost had that. See, that was one of those points where like it felt like the tires just totally let me down. But at the same time, if you look at them, they're really killing it, you know. Like, so I almost think that just like I just need to put the front end like into I just need to go play on the range and just let it just sit there and drift for like packs and packs and just wear them down, wear the corners off these tires, and I bet they'll be freaking phenomenal, set up exactly the way they are.
That was dope.
On the same weight.
Oh, no.
Oh, by the way, weight bias, I just put it on the scale when I got home. 400 grams, pretty much on the dot, maybe 401, and we were 59.41, so not quite perfect, but I didn't do anything other than take, Doug, if you didn't know the channel, this used to be another rig that I broke down. I was running a power wagon, running with other bodies, but it's been Doug on the channel. So Doug had brass in the wheels, brass hubs, whatever to balance out. He also had brass link set that I took off, so I just this is just a set of Slamo wheels with plastic hubs. I will probably maybe go to 3 mil in the front. I don't know. I don't want to make it any wider, but I'd maybe go narrower in the back. I've really been liking the wide narrow. It really, really helps in a lot of situations. You do lose a little bit of stability, but when you're this wide, it's okay, dude. And plus the front end is going to be, I'll make it probably 62 or 63% on the bias, and it's super duper wide, so it's okay, dude. Like, you could just lift the back tire all the way up almost to 90 degrees over its head, and it's not going to flip over. So just insanity what this thing's going to be doing here pretty soon. But I wanted to get a benchmark. This is just plastic on here. The next thing that's coming is the weighted steering link. And that's what's going to push our bias all the way up, and so that's all we will run. But this does have brass portal outers in the rear, and I believe it has portal inners and outers in the front. Believe that's true.
Last time, here we go.
So that's what we had done on Doug. Doug was also running a brass steering link, so we do have half of that because I had actually customized the steering link and made my own.
You did, dude.
So, but that's all going to be going away because we're going to be putting on the weighted steering link. So, one thing about the weighted steering link in a setup like this, on this type of rig, we're going to see if we notice it. It's pretty big, and it's definitely massively chunky, but when you're running it under like the Blazer, you don't notice it at all. So it actually, once you get used to it, when you take it off, you're like, oh crap, it's not good, because it actually does help a lot. But again, that's with running a huge bumper and all that crap, so, but when you're completely exposed, is it going to be something that's now noticeable? So we'll see. We shall see. Oh man. So man, I sure do hope you guys are doing good. I'm cranking these videos out, dude. I got to get all this stuff done. I got to catch up for FMS, for Fair RC. I had 2 videos for them, but I missed like 3 freaking weeks, dude. And I got to catch up. Sales are up, by the way. Heck yeah, dude. Check out the Etsy page, Texoma RC, space Texomark, dude. Pick you up a Slayer, bruh. Not all the listings are filled out, dude. We still gotta get all the mag mounts and stuff. I'll do my best to fill that all out tomorrow. I've been doing my best to get stuff ready for 2FM RC and Cape Crawlers, and also shop, dude. I got stuff going out all over the place. The only problem is today I had like a 5-hour print fail. After about 5 layers, I'm guessing someone had a dookie or something. I left, And you know, so it ended up when that happens, it can potentially hit it, and then it's now off center or whatever. So it moved by about 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, and on the table. So now it's now printing from there on. Everything is straight, but it's now 2 millimeters offset. No good, dude. I didn't realize it. I was counting on those parts. I went on. It was might have been last night, whenever it was that the actual problem happened. I moved on and did other things, changed colors, and then I went to go get the parts ready for everybody, and I was like, oh no, dude, I can't send this out. Are you freaking kidding me? So I missed the mail today. And so anyways, I will get all that ready, dude. I'll go out tomorrow, and then as soon as I can get that done, I will fix the Etsy store, put a little attention. I got other things, and then we'll get all these parts that are showing right here, the FCX24 parts. So hopefully by the end of, I guess it's going to be Wednesday, the FCX24 parts will be listed. We have the boa mount, and we also have the rear link riser that are special to the FCX24. Also, we will have the weighted link riser. So I do have the other rig basically ready. The only thing that happened was I had ladders for the body mounts that were different height ladders that you could build, you know, to fit whatever body you wanted to run. And somehow I saved over those. So the drawing, I only had them in a larger file, which I deleted. Anyways, just silly, dude. It's one of those chaotic things that I do, and
dude,
gotta do
why
better
do you
about
do that? It's terrible.
digital etiquette, bro. Like,
freaking horrible.
Come on, bro. So this is again one of the things. If you see again, dude, we're trying to fight, and then where we're fighting is putting our front right tire. Well, if you could see it, dude. I don't know what happened to my view today. My focus was low everywhere. So I apologize for that. I apologize, guy. Anyways, dude, we're gonna get this thing solved. We're going to get this thing solved, dude. So stay tuned. That's why I've been reluctant on the FCX24, just because, you know, it's like, man, I'm trying to bring it out and make it awesome, and you know, it's like the 18p. You're like, dude, why not just get 18p, bro? I still would recommend it. I want to make this better for people who already have an FCX24. But dude, if you're gonna build one, dude, the Builder's Edition is the shiznit. You just build a Slayer out of the box, literally. Super dope. If you wanted to change the motor right away, go ahead. You could put that in Enduro Pro, but literally you don't need it. You know, also you could do the bearing swap before you do anything. So you would have to take apart the axles, but they're brand new right there. You don't have to take them off the car. So that's what the coolest thing is, dude. I love building a Slayer from the box. We'll be doing that again very soon. Very soon. So dude, there are killer CR18Ps. But again, this thing right here, this thing is doing awesome. We will do a full test. I want to see where the tire. I wish I would have been doing the testing all along and see where the tire is coming up and whatever. Right now, it's just by like going around and watching it, you know, is it doing something? Is it making it? Is it not making it? Can I feel pressure on that tire or not? You know, again, we're struggling here. This is a front right tire issue every time, dude. Front right tire issues, dude. So, and then we'll have to get it fixed, and then we will battle CR18P versus FCX24 Slayers, dog. We'll bring out Goldilocks.
Did not work as planned.
I got to get Goldilocks fixed. And again, that's a video I have to make. We'll do a full build with a CR18P. That way you can see it, and I will do a swap, and then again, I will order up some builder's editions so that I can do some full builds, dog. Full builds. That way you can see all this stuff. So dude, I'm sorry I'm not super duper entertaining today. I'm freaking tired, man. But I'm super excited to go ahead, and I just got the weighted link off the press, dude, off the printing press. And I'm about to go put that bad boy on there. and see. Again, we should push it up to about 62, 63%. I'm hoping that the rear end's going to be heavy enough. But all we would have to do to fix it would be to add some brass. So, and we just would add some brass on the hubs. That's all we would probably need to do to fix it. And, you know, be rad, dog. It will be rad, I'm guessing. So I threw the weights on there. It was right at like 450. So pretty freaking good. And also, when I clocked the axle, the rear axle, so that may be some part that I may make this part. We'll see. I have to think about it. But after clocking the rear axle and I'm trying to get the links to mount up. By the way, this savage. I don't think I've ever tried this climb before. But again, I don't come out here with rigs this big. This thing is extremely big, huge. I haven't said it in this video. The front links that it's running are the long links in the kit. Also, that is the CR18P skid, which is 10 millimeters longer than an FCX24. So with the long links that are 10 millimeters longer than the standard link set for the Slayer, for the CR18P, that gives you 20 centimeters, dude. Or 20. Dadgummit, I did the same thing in the last year. 20 millimeters longer, dude. So that's how big this thing is. 20 millimeters longer than a Gladiator, basically, or than a stock CR18P. It is a bad boy. And then on this, we're just running the Slaymo wheels deep side out with the plastic hubs. So you could bring it in a little bit by going to zeros. You could also flip the wheels. But the problem is with the Slaymos on the 18P, you have to run a minimum. I don't know if the plastic should work. If you wanted to run the plastic hubs, you should be able to flip them and run deep side in. You cannot run zeros. You can run zeros with the Trio hex extensions. It's like that are like 1 or 2 millimeters. So it's just a little bit. So this is it, dude. That's it. We got a great video. I try to get a bunch of information about Slayers. Dude, I hope you have a great one. Rip to you flip.